We are following breaking news out of South Sacramento, where some homes are being evacuated due to a hazmat incident. ABC 10's Candace Red is live at the scene with more. Candace, what can you tell us about what happened?
But Jay, I want to get straight over to Captain Justin Sylvia with the Sacramento Fire Department. Captain, exactly what happened?
So right before 6 o'clock this morning, there were multiple 911 calls coming in for an odor investigation in the area of Fruit Ridge and Florin Perkins. What we noticed was a very strong smell. When our crews were coming in, they were reporting their eyes were burning as well. So what this was an agricultural chemical company struck some sort of either pressure relief valve or a high pressure line on a 60,000 pound tank that had about 14,000 pounds of product in it. That substance became airborne, and that's what everyone was smelling. It was struck by a forklift potentially and caused that leak. Our concern initially was how many parts per million were in the atmosphere at that point, because it was a very strong smell and it sent one person to the hospital from the company. Once we figured out what it was, we had to calculate wind speeds, we had to calculate time of day, and also what chemical this was, and it was reported as ammonia. Once we got those calculations, we started making evacuations. Initially, the plume model showed that this could potentially be 3.6 miles of evacuations. We were able to scale that down to about 1,000 feet of evacuation, so it was just the local businesses around there. Once our crews went over to the site and started air monitoring, we were getting readings that were starting to come down. The chemical was dissipating, and with that we could start allowing folks back into local businesses. At this point, we've allowed the company to come back in with their workers to start making repairs on that tank, and our crews are just standing by to make sure that no one else gets hurt.
What message do you have to the community for those who might be concerned?
This was a scary situation at first for the community because we did not know how big our evacuation zone was going to have to be, and the odor was so strong. That odor has completely dissipated. You might get faint traces of that odor around this area, but in large, this whole thing has scaled way back. We're de-escalating it to just a few crews on scene to just monitor them, so the community is safe at this point.
We ourselves are a few miles away here from the scene itself for our own safety. Can you kind of map out exactly what the scene looks like, who's still currently at the scene?
So our hazmat team is at the actual facility to just watch those repairs, but initially we set up way upwind of the incident, so we weren't in harm's way as responders, so we could figure out exactly what needed to be done in our evacuation zone for the community. Once we figured that all out and were able to scale it back, the threat has definitely gone down, but people were experiencing just an irritation in their eyes, as well as some respiratory burns, but that's completely gone at this point.
What's the next step?
The next step is making sure that those tanks, or that one tank I should say, gets fixed, and once it gets fixed, that company can go fully operational again and our units will clear.
Perfect. Anything else that you might want to share with the community or the public at this time?
Just that everyone is safe. Fortunately, we only had one injury on this. This could have been a lot worse. Our hazmat team did a great job today mitigating this hazard.
Perfect, Captain. We so appreciate you. Thank you so much for your time. And Jay, that is the latest information here. Again, speaking with Captain Justin Sylvia with the Sacramento Fire Department. For now in South Sacramento, Candace Red, ABC 10.
Certainly a scary situation, an invisible threat like that, and it sounds like they've got things under control. Candace, thank you for that report.